Human trafficking, a form of modern slavery, is the recruitment, transport, or transfer of persons using force or fraud to exploit them for acts of labor or sex. According to the International Labour Organization, human trafficking is the fastest growing organized crime, with approximately $150 billion in annual profits and 40.3 million individuals trapped in slave-like conditions. Asru Dabo, the executive director of NAATIP, said the transportation industry plays a crucial role in combating human trafficking, as traffickers often rely on transportation systems to recruit, move, or transfer victims of human trafficking for either sex or forced labor, adding that law enforcement officers are equally key stakeholders, for they are the ones that are stationed at every entry and exit point, of which the victims and, in some cases, smugglers pass through to get to their destinations. She associates NAATIP's continuous efforts to contain trafficking in persons, as mandated by the 2007 Trafficking in Person Act.
These are individuals that are in contact with smugglers, with victims of trafficking, and then also persons that may be vulnerable to trafficking. So NAATIP deems it necessary to engage them, take them through the national referral mechanism, train them in respect of victim identification, for they are key stakeholders in this very important issue of trafficking. So on the 27th of February, NAATIP secured its first conviction on trafficking in persons, and Jerome Jatta was convicted by the High Court and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. So this is equally a message to all perpetrators out there that NAATIP is watching. And as I always say, with the sensitization programs that we're conducting, the public would become more aware of issues of trafficking, and the public will equally be watching the same way NAATIP is watching.
Lamin Dabo from the GTSC acknowledged that many at times, transport personnel may, unknown to them, aid smugglers in trafficking persons from one point to another. Hence the need for awareness raising, education and training for transport personnel to help combat human trafficking.
As a transport company, the main fundamental element that we have, I think we assist. Possibly we might even be actually doing it right now, assisting people doing it or assisting institutions that are doing it. I think the main important element for us here right now, we have personnel that are learning. I think they need to learn. They will also come back and then try to teach those that are under them, so that we can all learn from them and trying to understand that, okay, yes, we need to step up in terms of understanding that we might be aiding and abetting them, but we might be able to assist, prevent and stop human trafficking in general in the country.
Chief Superintendent of Police Lamin Jaite, a participant, shares his expectations from the training.
My expectations are, one, I believe the participants will after the one-day delivery, would at least go home with a clear understanding on the mandate of NAATIP, because I believe it's something that is not well known to most of the security personnel in this country, as per their Act 2007, and the key role NAATIP play in combating trafficking in person in this country. So the requisite knowledge and skills will be provided, I believe.
Participants will be taken through key subject matters, ranging from the role of the National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons, the concept of trafficking in persons, identifying key indicators of trafficking, and most importantly, the provisions of the National Referral Mechanism. The training is expected to equip participants with the requisite knowledge to enable them contribute their quota as key actors in the fight against trafficking in persons. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Omar P. Jallo.